Hi, I'm Layne, founder of Layne Beauty, and welcome to our second episode with Dr. Nicky Shaw, ophthalmologist. And today we're going to talk about ingredients in mascaras and just kind of give you an overview of things that are important to look out for. So at this point, first, Nicky, hi, welcome.
Hi, welcome. Thanks for having me back.
Great. It's nice to have you back. So what we want to do is first talk about some things that people see on brands' websites, including ours. The first one is that all of our products are vegan. So Nicky, can you talk to that point of what that really means?
Yeah, vegan by definition is plant-based, plant-derived ingredients, cruelty-free, no animal testing. That is what vegan is. And I think it's great to have products that abide to that because it's a certain level of consciousness that the brand has.
Great. So in particular, beeswax is often used as a hard wax in mascara. So how we deal with that is that we have synthetic beeswax, which of course allows us then to be vegan. So that's just an example of one component. Next is that we adhere to the clean beauty movement. Can you talk a little bit about what that means?
Yeah, so clean beauty is such an interesting movement that started a couple years ago. And it's really been driven by influencers and celebrities. And after that, many brands have followed, a lot of the smaller brands, and now many of the larger brands too. And clean beauty can mean something different to everybody. But to me, what it means is understanding the impact of your ingredients on your skin health, on your eye health, understanding where those ingredients come from, making sure that they're sourced in an ethical way, and making sure that the product has something to benefit your wellness. For me, that's the biggest component of clean beauty.
Absolutely. And I think that that is a much richer viewpoint of clean beauty. Some talk to it as a specific list that is on the Sephora website, which we'll give you down below in the comment section. But what Nicky is saying is much more important. It's just a bigger viewpoint of the world of mascara. So thank you for that. That was really quite eloquent. Next is the term parabens. And we see a lot of times sites such as ours say that our mascara is parabens free. What does that mean?
Yeah, so parabens are a preservative that have been used a lot in cosmetics. And recently there's been some research to show that maybe parabens are not so good for us. So to be part of the clean beauty movement, it's important not to include parabens in our products. And from an eye standpoint, they have done some in vitro studies where they did expose human meibomian epithelial cells. So those are cells that come from the oil glands that sit just behind our eyelashes. And those oil glands are really important to our eyelash health. And they did some studies that they showed that when you expose these cells to parabens, that it does become toxic to those meibomian gland cells. So I think it's really important to use a mascara without parabens because that's going to be healthier for your meibomian glands, which in turn is healthier for your eyelashes. You don't want your eyelashes to fall out or grow in misdirected directions or grow at a slower rate. And those are all the things that can happen when those oil glands are kind of insulted.
Great, thank you. And we want to talk a little bit about some good ingredients, some ingredients to look for. So first is carnauba wax. And can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, carnauba wax comes from the leaves of the carnauba plant that grows typically in Brazil. And you will find that wax in a lot of luxury mascara products. And it's a great wax because it is a very hard wax, but it's also very hypoallergenic. So it doesn't create a lot of allergies in the eyes. And it also is easily removed with just water. So that aids to making the formula non-waterproof. So I think it's a great ingredient.
Great, thank you. It's also sort of interesting to know that the palm trees, the Carnauba palm trees, growing in the northeast part of Brazil, is basically harvested and produced by three families, which some in the mascara or cosmetic industry call a cartel, because they control all of it. But as Nikki's highlighted, you will find it in luxury brands, prestige brands, and all of our mascaras have the Carnauba wax in them. And often not in value brands, because it is an expensive component as part of your ingredient list. So another interesting thing that I was going to mention regarding ingredients is we in our mascaras, we use an ultramarine, a blue. And I think if you look on our ingredient list, I think it's 77007. And blue can make your black mascara even blacker. It adds to that.
Oh, interesting.
So, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
Yeah, that's cool.
Because I used to use, before Layne Beauty, I used to use, my favorite at the time was Dior Show. I would put the blue mascara on, and then I would put my black on, not at that time even knowing that there was a method to the madness where the cosmetic chemists would be focused on. But anyway.
Oh, funny.
Yeah. Anything else you want to add, Nikki?
I would just say that mascara is probably the #1 loved beauty item from women. It's the #1 desert island beauty product. So I think it's really important to, do a little research on your mascara that you choose and make sure that it's really doing your eyelashes some justice, both from a health standpoint and from a beauty standpoint.
And we have an article on our blog about mascara ingredients that you are welcome to review as well. And we just want to talk about two sources that we've mentioned here that we'll have in our comments box below. And that is the Environmental Working Group, which is commonly referred to as EWG.org. And they have an area called Skin Deep, and it's all about various ingredients in your mascara, or excuse me, in any cosmetic products, from skincare to makeup. And it rates each of those ingredients on a scale. I think 10 is the worst, and 0 to 1, of course, is the best, in terms of not being carcinogens, toxic, etc. So that's a good resource. And another resource, like Nikki had mentioned, in a much more global aspect, but specific, is Sephora's put together that list of clean beauty ingredients not to have in your beauty products. And again, we adhere to that. So thanks so much. Really appreciate you being here. Will you please send in any questions that you have of Dr. Shaw or of me, and we'd be happy to answer them in our upcoming episodes. We have 3 more in this series. So thanks so much, and we'll see you next week. Thanks, Nikki.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, Layne.